Okay, this is Val with Folk Art Wings, and I did say I was going to finish up my first signature uh, off camera, and I had every intention, and then some issues came up, and you know how life interrupts the plans that we do make, so we have to be flexible, and so I wasn't able to film anything or finish up. So I thought I'd sit down and show what I'm going to do. I don't have a plan. I'm just going to, go for it. I removed some of the pages because it dawned on me that I'm doing this in earth tones, but I still want it to look like a winter signature, in a spring, in a summer, in a fall. And so I don't want pictures of pumpkins in the first quarter of the year. I'd like something that emulated winter, but in subtle tones. So I'm just going to go along. I used to make these little tags, tea-dye them, and then I stamped them, used an old button on each one. So anyways, I did a label. I think I'm going to do one on each one of the signatures so that you can personalize it whatever way. You can say winter or January, February, March. I love this picture. It's a stormy picture. It's got earth tones, but it shows the water beyond the building. And I think this is a great addition to the starkness of winter. Sometimes that can really get to you, but I just love the look of this piece of artwork. And I think that changes this whole page right there. There's a huge difference to me, even the same tones, grays and beige, but this has that like snow's coming on the landscape with the stormy clouds and so on. I think what I'm going to do is I want to glue it down, but liquid glue rumples this paper. So I'm going to try the glue stick. Oh, I forgot I have this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and put glue all on this. It's a magazine kind of paper, so it's slick. So I'm hoping this will really hold up. And I'll come back, and if it doesn't, then I may have to put washi tape around it, glue some washi tape down, or I could go ahead and sew it. But I thought I'd look some more and see what things I want to add. And then I haven't done any stenciling, so I know I'm going to want to do something like that. Well, let me cap my glue. And I have some other things. Now, this is kind of cool. I could keep it in this packaging. This is a cellophane wrapper for a tea bag. And that kind of looks like icicles coming. It's like stalactites or stalagmites, whichever one comes up from the bottom and doesn't hang down from the cave. And they've put colored lights around, behind them, so they're illuminated with great color. And I think that would be kind of cute to put somewhere on this page. I tend to always want to put things, at the edge. That's not bad, is it? Let's see how far. Yeah, that stays in between because this is a shorter page. Do I want the cellophane paper? Let's see how that looks without it. This is old cellophane tape, and it's shiny, so it wouldn't be a problem adding shiny. Let's see. I don't know that that's what I want there. What else have I got? Let's see. I don't want to put anything over here. I hope that's within camera. Let me check that. Yeah. Because if I do that, then that's going to be something that maybe the tags and journal cards might snag on. But I could put it over here, and that looks pretty good. I think I'll do that. Okay. It's 4 layers of papers plus the butterfly. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, counting the butterfly. And I kind of think I should glue it down. So I think I'll do my liquid glue and hope it sticks. Yeah. Here it comes. Trying. And like I said, I'll come back and check this. Some of the places I didn't think it would hold, it held really well. And then there's other places it doesn't want to stay fastened, papers fastened to each other. So I think I'm learning which works and which doesn't. And I still want to do something with that. So let me put this here to hold the page and try to figure out, I need to move that, that's in the way. Try and figure out what else I want to put on here. Let's see. This kind of looks like a journal card. I shouldn't cover that up totally. That's kind of cute. That could be a little pocket there too, but it's, you know, pretty short. Let's see, what else have I got? Got a lot of scraps here. I've got some wallpaper. Oh, okay, I could do that. But if I go that way, it covers it up so much, and I would want the pocket to come this way, I think, instead of this way. So I don't think that's the answer. Let's see. This is a cool piece, but it's big. I'll save that for when I need something large. Let's see. Got some scraps, kind of small. I love this piece. It's handmade paper, has texture, love it. It just covers up too much. It's taking away from the pocket. Okay, so I don't want something that big. I don't mind adding something like this. That's kind of a good start. Let's see, how does that look with my cover? I want to make sure I stay in the same family here of colors that I use. How does that look? It's a little lighter than I would choose. So let me keep picking through this mess. Let's see, I have brown, but it's awfully plain. I need to do something with it. Okay, if I cut this down, I think that's what I'll do. Okie doke. I'm going to try and get a straight cut. All right, that gives me another piece too that I can use someplace. That'll be cute. Okay, if I want to put this down as a pocket, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. And so I'm going to put the glue all around the straight edges, and then this slant cut I'll leave free. You can still see this was an audio book. Books on tape. I don't even know if anybody does that kind of thing anymore. Listens to books on tape. You can listen on Kindle anytime, right? For free most of the time, I think. I never have been able to get used to that. I love holding a paper book in my hands, reading it. And it's like I said, a lot of times I'll stop with one of the books I purchased from a thrift store, or I'll finish this thought before I move on. I will read the book before I actually take it apart. Even it might have damaged areas and all. It's not something I want to keep on my bookshelf. You never know what condition the paper's going to be in and hold up and so on sometimes. And so I'll take apart an older book and then live with it for a while. I don't like to throw in the blues, but I really do love this. I think it's I think it might be depicting, I can't believe that's just a sunset, but anyways, it might be. Oh, I forgot I was doing something with this, and then oh, sheesh. What, Mal? I already glued that down, and I was thinking about this one, right? Yeah. Okay, no biggie. I'll put it on another page. And I can see that white glue is wrinkling my paper. So I'm going to have to put something there to cover that up. Let's see, I might try this. Let's see, I have the cut edge on the outside. And then these sit up. And I can attach it right there. I could attach it with a paper clip, right? I could. Let's see if my picture would fit better this direction. And then I can cut down the area. No, it's too wide for that. Put it back. And cut it straighter. Well, that's crooked too. But I want to leave the end open so that if I want to put something else in the pocket, I could add a little piece of paper. You know, I think I'll do that now. Let's get a scrap that would fit in there. I want something plain. Maybe a textured paper. I probably have something here. Let's see. I have cut this down, but I think I will. Does that work? Oh, me, oh my. Where is something special to put in here? Here's a little beige paper. Oh, okay. I don't want to, yeah, I want to keep that like it is. Here's some more. Here we go. Okay, I've got that I can use. Might use that piece instead. Smaller. I could put the cardstock in there. What other colors would go with that? Because it's not in the red family. You know, it's got that purpley pink, but I do think it's kind of winter, you know, with the icicle look, even though it's not icicles. I have to have something here. Here's another piece. Okay, I'm going to use this piece. All right. And so, let's see, I'll mark it to see where I want to cut. To get it in, I want a little bit smaller. Okay. And I need my paper cutter because I cannot cut straight to save my neck, but I'll try. And the little picture doesn't fill up the little envelope, so it's okay, no big deal. Nothing's got to be perfect. And I think that might take away from the actual picture. Let's see. Oh, I need to cut it down some more. Not perfect. Let's see, I'll glue it down. Sometimes with something like this, I would go ahead and sew around it normally, but I want to get some things down this time, and I can come back and sew if I want. But this one, I'm going to put it attached with a paper clip. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. And I like my tea dye really to stay pretty much empty. Sometimes I will put a little swatch of fabrics together. I might put some little piece. Oh, here's one already ready. A swatch. See, I could put that there. And it does look good, doesn't it? Do I want on that side or this side? I think I'm going to put it on this side. I like it over here, I think. No, I like that spot. So I'm going to attach that there, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Doesn't really show up too much. That's the stained baking paper. I have a little bit of paper tape, measuring tape, a little strip of paper from an art book. That came in the mail with address labels. I've got a piece of book page, and I've got some hand-dyed paper. And let's see, is that it? One more piece is in there, kind of like a heavier weight paper, but not cardstock weight. This looks pretty enough. I don't think it needs anything. I like that. I could come on this side and do the swatch, and it would show up a little bit better. Do I want to do that? I think I do. So let's see. Fabric tack is the one thing that doesn't wrinkle the papers. Where'd I put my fabric tack? Let's see. It should be right here. Oh. Okay, I'll go find it. Let's see. This one's been open. I didn't realize that I had used it. Okay, so this works. There we go. Get that cap on. And put that on. This glue is like magic. It really does hold to most everything possible. Let's see. I'm going to clip that off. A little too long. And I'm going to keep that as it is right now. I don't feel inspired by anything to do with it. I did fold this up. It can be fragile, but I doubled it over here, and I think I'll double it this way because I don't know if you can see it, but I did stamp butterflies very lightly in the bottom corner. And so with that folded in, it's still, you can see that. So I'm just going to fold over that little short edge. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Just run a little glue stick and press it down. And then fold that down. And let's see, looking cute. I could put some lace on it. This is white. I don't want white lace. Let's see, I'll use this, I think. It's a light lace product. You know, it comes on a little reel here. I get it at the Dollar Tree. And so I think I'll put that here. I'll glue it down first, and then I'll trim it. Okay. Where's the end? Here we go. And I'll put the ruffled edge like on the outside. So I'm going to put that down right along the top of the pink area, labeled Monday, from a date book, diary book, however you want to call it, your schedule book. Okay, that's cute. Don't have to do a lot. I think it would be cute to maybe, if I put a tab there, that's going to bunch and make and a little, I don't know if I want to do that or not. Let's see. I don't want it to be too thick in this area because you're going to be writing on the previous page and that page. So I could put that on the edge so you know to open it. That kind of works, doesn't it? So let's see, I'll fold it this way, I think. Okay, I'll just do glue stick. I really should put my glue paper down, shouldn't I? Pull that out a little bit. I don't want it all the way to the edge there. Yeah, that's cute. Let's see if I wish I had one of those pages from that cookbook up here. I keep some extra neutral kind of pages, but I don't think I have a piece of that. So I have to get that and add that in. I should write it on this memo pad, but I want the memo pad in here. Let's see. You know, this would have been good to doctor up a page. Maybe I should do that, but I was thinking about stenciling the white page. I think I'll wait and I'll stencil it and see, and this could be something I stick in after. So I'll kind of tuck that aside. I've got a little something there, a little tab on that handmade paper, the music sheet paper, the cover of the book. I think I'll trim those off too. Don't want to cut the cover. Oops, close. Came close. And I like that. I think this needs something. So let's see. I seem to be liking the butterflies. This is a fussy cut flower I could add. That's kind of cute. I could use it as a belly band. No, I don't think I will, but let's back it with something. I could take and put this on top of that. And it could be a belly band. Now, I don't see the point in using that paper. Let's see what else I can do. I want to put something down that looks good. I can make this as an envelope, and it could be right there. Open that up, tuck something in. Do I want it to face this way? I think so. All right, so I would need some of those circle closures. Let's see, I probably have something on the table. Oops, talking about how expensive that glue is, and I left the top off. Okay, I don't see any, oh, here's something. Oh, this is the cookbook with the purple blue ink on it. So I love that. Let's see, I could do this. That's kind of neat, but I think that's more fall. That bird's cute. Okay, and I do have more of the doilies to use, and that's kind of like a snowflakey idea, so I'll use that. And this is a bird with the gray tones in it. I think I'll use that gray, like the stormy weather, maybe. A lot of pockets decorated. Some orange butterflies. Here's another swan. And this is very pretty. I love that. I'll use that. Okie doke. Some bags, memo paper, game cards again. from Clue and, oh, what is that game with Monopoly? Got some springtime kites. Okay, icy white paper to go in the winter with the winter stuff. All right, that's basically all I see I want to use out of that batch. And I do like that. And nice stamp. Okay. All right, I got to decide this. I do think I want to put the pocket here. Do I want it, the lives of wild birds? Do I want that whole thing to show? I think I do. And hopefully I'll find more wild birds to put in here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the sides down for the envelope. Wow, that's pretty, isn't it? But I like the outside for this one. I like it squared off on the two corners too. I know a lot of people would round it off at this point. I'm not going to, because I like that linear look there. And I'm going to put it right below here. Now, if I have it open to this side, I could just glue it around these two sides. This would open up. I'd have a pocket here, but I'd still have another pocket right here, and then a pocket here. So I think that's what I'll do. Glue around the perimeter. Make sure the pocket's going to be facing the outside edge. Okay. Yeah, that's the way I want it. Right below the... Okay, so I've got that. I've got a pocket here, a pocket on the inside, and a pocket here. I have to figure out this closure. Now, I could reinforce a stamp. That one's too orange, but I put one over here. So let's see what I've got. I've got this here. I don't think the orange works, even though that's orange there. Not enough shows. No, I really don't. I think it's too light of an orange. See, it's just a hit or miss with picking out things that you want to use, and it just takes me a while to think it through and find something that I really love. So what is another way of closing it? Okay, if I put this down here, I mean, it works, but it's kind of cumbersome, don't you think? Okie doke. I am going to have to think about that and come back. I may even just leave it as is. Yeah, I may have to. Okay, I couldn't think of anything real quick there. All right, I've got some trim there, and I want to stencil a little bit maybe on this page. And I don't really like to cover up any of the eco dyeing pages. They turn out so fantastic. The color is just unbelievable, and I use a multitude of leaves, and this came out so well. I don't want to add to it or take away from it. This one's okay. I'm really not real thrilled about that. You know, where's that music sheet paper? Let's see. I'm going to try this one here. And that way it's got the purple to balance out the purple on this page. I think that goes better. And this goes better with those tones. Yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. This is getting filled in the wrong place. I need to pull it out some. And I do want something else here. It just doesn't look finished. If I put a bright butterfly on it, how would that look? That's kind of cute. You've got the gold of the, and the gold here, the yellow here of the colors of the butterfly. And yeah, I'm going to do that. And we'll be continuing on with the butterflies. So I'm going to use my fabric tack because this is magazine. It came out of a book. And it's got slick pages, papers. And so let's put that down like that. I don't want it to wrinkle. I don't. That's the only downside about magazine paper. It just wrinkles so badly. I'll get a tissue here so I don't ruin the inks. I'm always afraid of that. Let's get that stuck down. But that looks good. It looks good now. Okay, and that's the coordinating with the purple. I like that better. All right, so we've got that one. We've gone here to the eco paper, the tea dyed, the envelope. I need to decorate the envelope. Now what would be cute is stenciling it. Because it will be facing this, there'll be no stencils. I've done a little inking. And I think I'll go ahead and stencil some. And I'll use my, the ink. Where's my ink pad and the brush thing? Here's the brush. And the ink. And it's the same colors I've been using throughout. So I'm going to do this. And do I want to... I have some small stencils that I bought. These are kind of, oh, that's kind of cool. It looks like a butterfly, doesn't it? But it doesn't do the whole, it doesn't do the whole envelope. And I think I want to do the whole envelope. So let me see what I picked out a stencil, a couple of stencils that'll fill it up. I'll be right back. I just realized something. I am doing a lot of butterflies in this winter. I guess, you know, it is what it is. And I don't want to be upping my stand where my camera is. But that's honeycomb. I'll do that for summer. And I've got an ABC one. That might work. Or I could use this one. It's a hard stencil to use, but I think I'll go for it. Okay. So, do I want it to bleed right off at the edge? I could. It could do the whole, whatever hit or miss is the envelope and the page. Or do I want to just make sure I get it on the page? Let's see. I think I'll just do the envelope. I want to make sure I get as much as I can on the envelope itself. When they're detailed like this, they tear easy. So, okay, let's go for it. Barely. I wonder if I should just go ahead and pour a bottle of liquid ink on my brush. Now I got to get that lined up again. And I'm sorry if there's a glare, but we have such dark skies because of the little bit of snow last night. So I'm trying. I may have to do it my old-fashioned way with paints. What's the story on this? What am I doing wrong, guys? Make a comment if you know. If this was in a white envelope, now this would really have a lot more impact. And of course, I'm not using a really dark, the ink pad looks dark, but this is called Vintage Photo, and it doesn't really seem like a very dark ink. You can tell when you use it. I'm getting something, but not much. I'm going to leave it there because I'm struggling with it and I don't need to be spending that much time doing more, right? And maybe, you know, the longer I do it, the more ink gets on that little brush, of course. And so it might hold up better. I have used the makeup sponges in the beginning, and I think they did a better job, but they really absorbed the ink really fast. And so, you know, it was eating up a lot of the cheaper inks that I was using. All right, let's see. I did line that with a piece, and I could put a little something on it. This is a winterberry cutout. I forgot what this was in. I think it might have been scrapbook paper. I'm not sure. But that would be kind of cute to put on here. But like a tuck spot like that. Yeah, that would work on this one. That's a winterberry, so I think that I will use that. Tear it a little on the edge. Okay, that's cute. I will just put the glue. Let's see, that's the right position. I will just put the glue here in this area. I'll try gluing it with my glue stick this time. Let's see, this side. About halfway. That looks good. So then I get the winter berries. Ties in with the season, right? All right. I don't have any laces showing, so I'm going to put some lace, I think, on this one. That's cute. Okay. Get the fabric tack out. Try to keep it along that edge about the same. Whoops. Not always easy. About the same distance from the edge. And put that stopper back on. I know some people buy these. Oh, I forgot the name of them. Sugar Bell bottles or something, and they transfer their fabric tack into that. So that's cute. This page, I definitely want to trim down the side of that. So I'm going to see what else is here. Top, this will work down a side, I think. And I like it with that look. So here we go. Yep, it's starting to bubble out. It's so annoying. Here we go. This paper has a little bit of a sheen to it. Not as bad as magazine paper, but It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. Oh boy, this is coming undone on this end. So I need to, oh, my glue's going to set up. It does set up really easy. Here, so I'll use this piece. Okay. It really does set up quickly. I need something over here. I have some very vintage laces, but I hold on to them. That's my problem, and I don't use them. But there'll be a time where I want it in a lot of, you know, a journal that has a lot of lace to it. And I think something I could use is my button flower, and I could put one of those up there. And I had the little paper strip pieces over here. Here's one. And I like that. So I could do this and hang that right there. I think that's kind of cute. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that. So I can do that with my liquid glue. Just put a little glue right here at the top. I'm going to have to transfer my glues into some other bottles. I bought some small ones, and they should work out, but I think this is a little heavier, so I'm going to use the fabric tack on it. You can see my hand stitching when I sewed little French knots around each flower. Here we go. I want that straight. Let me get that moved over. There we go. And a little vintage button. These are fun to make, really cute. You could do them with any shape, really. And I just take, you know, different colors of paper, punch out flowers, and then I start assembling them on a little disc. I take one this size, and then I just start gluing the flowers down or stitching them. Okay. I would like to do something to enhance that. I like this for an accent color. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay. This is hand-dyed paper, and it's just an offcut. One of my eco-dye baths turned it this orange. I throw in full sheets, and that some of them tear. And there we go. That looks good. Do I want another one like that? It's kind of cute. I think I'll try it. Oh man, my back's starting to hurt. Okay. I'm going to cut that right here. That's about the edge, I think. And glue again. Isn't it beautiful? You know, I love all the hues and the values, the different values of orange that came out of that. I think I used the marigolds for that one. Okay, I think that's good there. I know I'm going to come back and do more even. I just know me. Let's see. I could put a little part of a doily, and that's kind of that wintry look. Yeah, it's kind of looks like snowflakes a little bit. So I think I can't use a big part of it, or else it can't flip. I think I'll just use this part. And where to put my scissors? There they are. Not much left there, but it's still got some. And I'll just, yeah, I'll just glue that down like that. That's cute. I'm going to use fabric tack along the top. Get it around the thicker parts, and you still have to get some on those smaller parts, but yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Okay, then we have these two pieces. Ruffled. I know there is. I need to decorate that. I think that should be stenciled. This looks good. Don't want to do too much. I might put some lace on this side. And then this needs to be stenciled. And I could put something there. I need to smoosh those down. Anyways, that's in a nutshell for today, and I appreciate you watching if you did watch, and I hope you keep coming back. Make a comment or ask a question or give me a like, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. Bye-bye.